Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Real Estate Realities with Frank from Franklin J. Realty Services. I'm here with my executive assistant, Elaine Berg, and we'd like to take off on answering some more questions that have come in through our social media sites. Elaine, do we have a new question today?
Yes, we do. We had a new question come in, and that was, does it really matter who I hire to list my house? Aren't all real estate agents the same?
You know, that's an excellent question because there is a conception out there that basically when a listing agent comes out to market your property, they just put a sign in the yard, a lockbox on the door, and throw it up on the MLS. And the frightening reality is, if you've hired an agent that's done that, you've hired the wrong agent. A lot of folks will do exactly that, and unfortunately, it could be because their cousin is a realtor or their neighbor's son or something along those lines. So they have this conception that, well, they're just all the same. The services are the same. Unfortunately, that's not the case. There is a large percentage of agents that do exactly that, and it's a disservice to the client because throwing the home onto the MLS and getting some basic exposure out there, sure, that's very easy to do. But a professional service will differ greatly, and it starts with the basic stuff. If you've ever really looked at listings, you'll see lots of listings that have dark photos that are not rotated or cropped correctly. You'll see lots of pictures of realtors taking pictures in the mirror, shadows of themselves, open toilet seats, bad photos, ceiling shots when there should be the room. The marketing itself starts with that listing. The listing needs to be perfect. So when we do ours, I take the photos personally because I enjoy it. We edit them for light, for content, we crop them, and then we put them in professionally. I write my own remarks, we do that professionally. When the listing goes out there, our listing is going to be top notch. There's maybe only a handful of realtors that do a good, solid job on that. So if you're thinking about just hiring anybody, you're going to get that kind of result. And ultimately, it's going to take money out of your pocket because the listing was poorly done, giving the buyer's perception that it's not a highlight exclusive listing. No matter what kind of property you're selling, whether it's $100,000 or $1 million, the marketing of that listing will make it either shine or make it very dim and dull. So that's number one. But secondly, once that listing goes out there, if your agent is just basically waiting for the MLS to sell it, they're not exposing you correctly. There are lots of different avenues for exposure. Some work better than others. And utilizing those, being on top of those, having a strong social media following, having people looking at the content, looking for new listings, using multiple sites and avenues to get that information out there is the most important way to get a home sold. Once it's sold, processing the transaction, that's where the service comes in. Again, most agents will fail you here because they're just rushing to a closing table. And I know this one's running a little long, I'm sorry, but a quick story is I talked to a listing agent the other day because I couldn't set a showing on his listing. And I asked him, what's going on? He said, well, the seller's mad at me because we've had 2 deals fall through. The first one was a contingent offer, meaning that they had to sell their home before they could close on our home. And we didn't know that. Well, I'm thinking, how did you not know that? You're the listing agent. And then the second offer fell through because it was a VA loan and that buyer never filled out their application to proceed with the loan. Once again, this is your listing agent. They're just rushing to get a contract. They're rushing to get something signed. They're rushing to get to the closing table, get paid and moved on. It's a numbers game. It's a sales game. They're lacking the service. So all of this encapsulates what sets a true listing broker apart, or a broker for buyers, sellers, it doesn't matter. The service is different. You will get a lot of the status quo, yes, but there's a handful of people who do it differently. We do. So please, if you're interested in that kind of service, doesn't matter how much you're spending or how much your home is worth, give us a call at 586-709-6840 and we'll put the gold standard of real estate service to work for you. So sorry for running on so long. I really do appreciate you watching. My name is Frank J. Wasung. I'm here with my executive assistant, Elaine Berg. Let us go to work for you. Enjoy your day.